cafe and waiting for his person or something. Yeah.
Well, I know it's kind of stories, but Rachel did that with one that we really liked the device earlier, because you start far away or I guess in a way, well, you start far away but really omnipotent, and then you get really close, and it worked well.
I think it'd be sorry. I think it'd be really neat to use that voice, like the third-person voice, but to have it open with like a little clip from an actual article or something, right? That way you've still got the same voice bookending, but it's not such an obvious bookend as this is what our intrepid reporter was doing, and now this is what he's doing after this moment.
So,
right?
So you're saying you could show the difference by giving examples of different kind of articles that he's writing at the beginning and at the end?
Or even just to bookend his writing style. You have it in an article, and then him talking about himself in the epilogue area. It'd be interesting to work with.
Because right now, like throughout the entire story, it's one narrator, even though he detaches and refers to the reader in the first part. Like, here's the thing, it's still his voice, my editor, so there's no two narrators, but at the end there's another narrator, because it's, here's how the story ends, our intrepid reporter. So there's the reporter who used to be the narrator, and there's the person who's narrating this, and I don't know who that person is.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a different narrator. Like, he could just be talking about himself. Yeah, like I took it as him talking about himself in the third person, because it's kind of got that feel to it, like our intrepid reporter, and he's just like talking about himself, and that's how I took it.
I definitely took it as like a separate narrator, like someone, like this was the story, and then
just one of those like kind of, those stories that are just voices in third person the whole time, and there's not necessarily a person narrating.
Maybe it's just because I say stuff like, things look poor for a young hero so often that I just had no trouble whatsoever interpreting this as him talking about himself. I mean, he writes tabloids. He's probably got enough of a ego in his writing to be able to just talk about himself in written form like that.
Yeah, that's definitely how I take it.
Is anybody watching time? Do we have spoilers to go through?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, we've been doing this for 17 minutes and 37 seconds.
Do we have any final comments?
I just wanted, on technical things, lots of she chews, she stares, she is, lots of, doing the description. And then, I don't know why, but I picked up on a lot of repetition, and I wasn't sure if it was just, like, part of voice, but, like, there have always been, and then the very next line, has always been there, and down on the second page, beyond the squelch, and then there's behind my companion, and then beyond the parking, and then behind, and they're all, like, right there.
See, that one I thought was deliberate, but I did notice some other places definitely.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't sure if the repetition was deliberate. Like up on page 6, lately they'd lost that edge, and then they've lost that edge right down below. It just seemed kind of redundant because we already knew what they thought. Anyway, I just wanted to give a couple examples with that. I don't want to just say lots of repetition and then not back it up.
Yeah. I actually noted that I did a lot less line edits on this copy than I do on most of the stories. I found less to
pretty well edited on a technical level.
Polished.
There were words that I crossed out and things I question marks over, but I wasn't adding millions of commas in or anything. The title?
Not a huge fan.
Yeah, I thought it would be stronger without the article at least.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
I liked it better if it was just called the headlines. But rather than covered fate, but I don't know.
Or maybe a more ambiguous kind of an adjective. Something more. Good?
Yep.
I guess.
Trevor, we're done with you.
Should we
do you have
give
any?
them straight to Trevor? Or?
I guess.
But
what does she do when she takes?
She just reads over and
she
makes sure that
she makes sure that we've done it. So we're in a ball.
Yeah.
Good, we're
Yeah. Okay.
We can all vouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Do you have any words for us?
Then I guess the writer will just have to.
Yeah. Any comments? Any
do you
questions?
think we can bring them all back for our next class, just so that
bring them.
If you guys want to do that, that'd be.
What's your next class, like in January?
Yeah, like just bring the.
I would imagine that
Guys,
we'll
we
be in
could-
contact with her via email before then.
Yeah, you might want to email her.
We could leave those in her box though. I mean, because usually.
When will she get back and then it.
Well, that's true.
Well, she's gonna be back. Like their
revisions can't be due until her stuff's back to them. So.
I guess it's
Like
just
I would assume, I would assume she'd give them 2 weeks. Oh gosh, you're recording this. I would assume she'll give them that she gives back the copies of
Her copies
of their story to get them. That's just a guess. But
she's gonna come in.
she'll, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So should we just
I don't know.
gather
Up
them
to
and put them in her box?
yeah, I think that's probably so she can see
I
them.
kind of want marks for whatever we actually get for
Okay,
that.
well, we've got lots. We're gonna like cram her box full of stuff at the end of the hour. So.
Yeah. Do you have any words for us?
Oh, well, just the, should I, if I did a bookend section like that, should it remain in that third person, or I was thinking earlier on when we moves into that page 6, when it's him in the editor's office, should that be in third person to get a taste of that earlier on, or would that be?
I think it'd be
Yay,
worth
nay.
looking at.
I don't know if I'd go into third person in the middle of the story
No,
like that.
yeah.
If you bookended it, yeah.
Bookended? Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
How much of this came from like the writing 330 and all of the other?
Well,
Like it totally made me think of Trail Falls class.
yeah, a fair bit, but I was working as a reporter this summer too, so a lot of it came from that as well, so,
Sweet.
but, there you go.
Alright,
Awesome, thanks.
I'm gonna turn the camera off now.
Everybody wave.
Bye.
See, we workshopped.